Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back with you. Well, my wife and I just got back from early voting. We decided to skip yesterday, which was the first day here in North Carolina, and decided to go on the second day where we figured it'd be a little less crowded. Wow, there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there finding a place to park and going through all the standing in line. We were in line for about 40 minutes each, and I'll get into why I said each right after the intro. I said each because we had to stand in line twice. Our little puppy dog, Billy, has separation anxiety. And not sure what caused it, but being abandoned as a young dog pretty much can lead to it, and we've never really been able to get her over it. The last time we spent time with her here in the house, we went to church, and it cost me $2,800 to replace the carpeting in the living room. So we take her with us wherever we go, and generally my wife goes in the store shopping, and I'll sit out in the Jeep with our little puppy dog, and that's how we do it. So that's what we had to do today to go vote. We've been to the voting place a couple of times in the past. It's a beautiful community center with a big park around it. They got tennis courts and bocce courts and you name it, they've got it. Picnic areas. It's just a beautiful, beautiful spot. And generally thought there was plenty of parking, but there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there. The line just to get into the parking area was about a quarter of a mile long, and it took us 25 minutes to get through that line and then circle around all the driveways and into this parking lot and that parking lot over there. Holy smokes. We did find a place to park. It was about as far away from the voting building as you could get. So I went first and went out, got in line, and stood there for probably another 35 or 40 minutes, finally got up to the door, and on the way got a chance to meet the Republican candidate for our House district, the U.S. House district here, who I think is a pretty interesting guy, Alan Swain. And so got a chance to chat with him just for a second, and got inside, showed my ID, because we have that new rule here in North Carolina that you gotta prove who you are, and went through all the questions and answers at the desk, turned in the questionnaire, got my ballot, filled it out, slid it in the machine, and boom, I could see that my vote was banked, and it gave me that confirmation back in the machine. I will double check in a couple of days just to make sure that the systems all get updated so that I can make sure that my vote counted. So I walked back to the Jeep, and my wife said, okay, my turn, and she headed off to go stand in line. So I had a cigar while we were waiting, and as I was sitting there scrolling through stuff on my phone and watching people walking back and forth, I found my ID in my pocket, and I took it out, put it back in my wallet, and thought, gee, I hope my wife grabbed hers. And I looked down, her pocketbook's on the floor in the Jeep, so I rifled through it and found her driver's license. So I called her on the phone. She had her phone with her. And so I got Billy out of the Jeep, and we went for a walk all the way back up. She was almost at the door, maybe 20 people from the door, And so here's your driver's license, and oh, thank you, my God, I don't know what I would have done. Anyway, she got her vote cast and got her little sticker, and off we went. We were there from about 10 o'clock until noon. So it took us 2 hours to do that, but we had to do it twice, if you know what I mean. But I am so glad that I can verify and validate that my vote is going to count on November 5th. So I urge everybody that may be listening and may be watching this channel on YouTube that it's worth the trouble, it's worth standing in line to make sure that you bank that ballot and bank your vote. I can remember in years past, and elections past, presidential ones anyway, that we'd wait until voting day and we'd go to our local church where we go to church every Sunday, and we'd be able to go in there, pull in, find a place to park, maybe 10 people there, go in, get our ballot, fill it out, pass it in, get a little sticker for your shirt, and but that would only take us like 5 seconds, 5 minutes maybe. And this is a whole different experience. Early voting, I'm not sure what the dynamic is or the motivation is, other than you may be very concerned about what may happen between now and November 5th, where we may not be able to cast our ballots on the actual day of election. And I'm concerned about that, and that's why I voted early. I'd urge you all to do the same. Get out there, bank that vote as quick as you can. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always and vote early where you can. I'll see y'all on the next video.